how to train your brain to look for delightful things to smile about in your day in one easy step. Okay, so you may not have come across this before, but it's called the reticular activation system, also known as blue car syndrome. So here's what happens. Ladies, remember when you found out you were pregnant and all of a sudden you started seeing pregnant people everywhere, or people pushing pushchairs down the road? That was because of the reticular activation system. It's an amazing, clever trick that your brain has to stop you from going completely loopy. Here's how it works. You are literally bombarded with different stimuli, people talking at you, bits of information every single day. Made worse, of course, by people like me talking at you far too quickly. However, bear with me, because your brain knows that if you had to literally take every single piece of information and process it, you would go insane. It would just make your brain kind of fizzle and explode. Probably not literally, but who knows. So instead, what your brain does is it filters stuff for you. You don't notice everything. You only notice the things that your brain decides are important for you or important to you. So, for example, you find out you're pregnant, and because pregnant and babies is a thing that's, close to you, you notice it. Blue car syndrome. You buy a brand new car and all of a sudden, what do you notice? People in the exact same car as you, driving around all over the place. You wouldn't believe the number of yellow cars I've seen on the road since I bought a yellow car. Same principle. So, how can you use this to make your day more delightful? Well, you can go out of your way to consciously notice delightful things. And you can start with silly random stuff. So say, for example, you're walking down the road and you see like a little orange slug. True story, happened to me. You can pause. Wow, look at that orange slug. That's so amazing. How often do we see orange slugs? Oh my goodness, that's incredible. Your brain suddenly goes, oh, okay, she's interested in random happy things that make her want to smile. Does that mean you're suddenly going to start noticing more slugs? Maybe. So maybe that's not the best example. But how about you hear the laughter of a child as you're walking into town, and then you go, oh my goodness, that's so delightful and lovely. You'll suddenly start hearing more of this. Or you're lying in bed and you can hear the birds singing because it's springtime, and you make a conscious effort to think, birds, they sound so lovely, they make me smile more. You'll notice them more. Those are just 3 random examples, but you'll have examples in your own day-to-day life. Things that you suddenly just think, oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so delightful. That's so lovely. You're training your brain to notice these things even more. And as an aside, well, not an aside, a kind of follow-up piece, the same can be true for love notes from God. I talked about this in church a few weeks ago, and I'm going to share it with you as well, because it's the same science. It's really cool. It makes me kind of just get really excited, because equally, right, I have this thing about cloud porn, I call it. Like when the sun is setting and then the clouds, and it makes this amazing kind of plethora of colours and purples and pinks and purples, perhaps not, oranges and reds, and it looks amazing. I like to imagine God there with a paintbrush slapping these colours across the sky purely for my delight and to make me smile and to remind me that I am loved. How about you? Maybe for you it's the stars in the sky. Maybe you go out in when it's dark and you see them all, and it just makes you feel more connected and close to God and reminded of how loved you are. Notice that stuff more. The more that you go out of your way to notice those love notes from God, the more you will see them. And that's got to be a good thing, right? Yeah? So there you go. That's my quick tip for you on how to bring more delight into your day, how to bring more love into your day. It's called the reticular activation system, also known as blue car syndrome. It does other cool stuff as well, but for the purposes of this, that's what it does. Hope you found that helpful. Give it a try, and once you've given it a try, let me know how you get on, what you noticed, and how more smiley your day was as a result. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this video, and we'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.